Hello, friends. This is the Cryptonian taking a look at Bitcoin, taking a look at the market. Just a real quick update here. It is Friday, North American East Coast time. It's about 9 a.m. and it is Bitcoin is at 16,770 roughly. And taking a look at the market, the altcoins continue to outperform Bitcoin. We've got Algo up 8%, and I believe Chile's 9.7%. The majority are up only a little bit, maybe at 1 or 2 or maybe 3%. There are some that are doing very well. And also, let's see, Filecoin, I believe, is doing well. Let me see where Filecoin is here. If I can find Filecoin. Or no, I'm sorry, not Filecoin, Telcoin. Yeah, here we go. Telcoin up 9.1%, and Theta 3.8, and Uniswap up 4%. So, you know, the the altcoins are easily outperforming Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is currently in a bear flag here. These bear flags tend to break down. However, Bitcoin's been pounded so low lately, I'm not really sure if that's actually going to be breaking lower. Now, sometimes we do see on Fridays the beginning of a push higher for the weekend, and sometimes on low volume. The Bitcoin price does rise a little bit over the weekend. This would actually cause a rally in the altcoins. And you know, that being said, if you do participate, if this does occur and you do participate in a weekend rally, be very, very cautious, and please understand that a lot of these rallies, weekend rallies, they get sold off on Sunday and Monday, right? We've seen it time and time again, especially in a bear market, right? So sometimes when the market's bullish, those weekend rallies run into the next week and they do well, but and they extend further into the week. But in this market climate, I would say that be careful because it's very possible that it would sell off anyway. Bitcoin showing a lot of weakness right now. 35 RSI, very weak, and we do see, this is the daily chart now. We do see a spike in selling here. Although the spike in selling here has not caused the Bitcoin price to collapse at this point yet. So one thing that is hitting the market to be aware of, Binance sees a record 138,000 Bitcoin inflows, and this is from Cointelegraph. This was a couple hours ago, and this is could possibly cause some concern. Now, typically in a bull market, this would be, or at like in a bull market, this would indicate a possible sell down or a possible top or something like that, or local top, because what happens is a lot of the bitcoins go onto exchanges and then they're sold off and possibly bring the Bitcoin price down. Now it could be short-term manipulation, but however, there is something to consider. This is not necessarily a bad sign because of what happened to FTX. In my opinion, again, not financial advice, in my opinion, because FTX, the largest, one of the largest, or the largest uh, crypto exchange, after it went bust, there's a lot of coins looking for a home. Binance, of course, is now, after FTX, is the largest exchange, and so it's very possible that a lot of Bitcoin was pulled out of FTX, and now it's finding a new home for long-term holding or storage on Binance. That's very possible. Is it possible that the Bitcoin price can go down? Yes, it's very possible. Does it have to? No, it doesn't have to. Right now, we do see resistance at $17,000 right here, and we do have some support right below. Well, actually, support is 16,336, and a little bit below that at 15,900. However, be aware that this could fail if we do break down below these two areas, down below this flag here. Then the next area of support is not until 13,800 approximately. So, and I've talked about this before. Does this mean that we're going to go there? No, we don't have to go there. Again, like I said, it does seem like there is some seller exhaustion occurring, and with all of the negativity, I think Bitcoin is actually holding up fairly well. Bitcoin still above 16,000, just below that 17,000 area, and 17,000 is where that let's see, this line right here, 17,700, is where that selling climax was earlier. So we're not too far off or too far below that. Could this be a fatal stab test? It could be, but we don't have enough data for that. And so just we need to see how this plays out. We need to wait and see how Bitcoin moves in the coming week. I don't expect much this week. I don't expect much today. I don't expect too much this weekend. If Bitcoin goes up a little bit, we're just going to run into this resistance here, and we'll just have to wait and see. But on the weekend, we do see sometimes low liquidity increases in price and buying, because a lot of the short-term traders over the weekend push the price up. Usually it doesn't last. Sometimes it does, but in a bear market, most definitely it probably will not last, and so just be aware of that. I do believe that, like I've said before, we are close to a bottom, and I do believe that at the beginning of next year we could see a little bit more price appreciation, a little bit more volatility, a little bit more price action, and possibly the bottom being in and moving up in price. However, the bottom can last 6 months, 8 months. We just don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. This is the opportunity to dollar cost average. If you're not experienced in the market, dollar cost averaging is your friend. And like I've said before, right now it's just the climate is for short-term traders. I'm not really a short-term trader. I'm looking for investment opportunities. I'm looking for the bottom here, trying to make sure that I have positions in for long-term holds. And I do believe, like I said, now is the time to start dollar cost averaging, and perhaps a little bit more aggressively than you would have maybe up at 20K. So that being said, I don't want to make the video too long. Ethereum pretty much doing the same thing. Ethereum showing the same pattern here, almost exactly the same pattern here, right? This bear flag here. And again, most of the time, these bear flags, they do continue to the downside, and as well as bull flags, they do continue to the upside. However, we've been going down in this wedge for so long, and we're almost at a standstill. The market, the FTX debacle, the FTX failure pretty much shocked the market. And so you can see that, there's just not much of volatility by the way of volatility with Ethereum or Bitcoin. They're pretty much flat. The focus is, again, over here on the altcoins. So if you're looking for any type of short-term trades, the altcoins are most likely your bet. And if you're looking at long-term holds, be very careful, because the altcoins can be very, very volatile. So you want to be very careful with dollar cost averaging your positions in the altcoins. It's always best to take positions in altcoins, after a big sell-off, right? Just like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, also be very careful, because a lot of the altcoin projects, they probably will not make it till the next cycle, right? So you want to make sure that you're choosing your projects very, very carefully, making sure that they do have a lot of excuse me, a lot of strong fundamentals, and that they will be around in the next cycle because of possibly tech and a lot of building on their platform, community, etc., etc. So that being said, I thank you for watching. It's just a matter of waiting and watching and dollar cost averaging, and waiting for the turn of the market. And so there you have it. If you're looking for an entry for long-term dollar cost averaging, let's see. Let's take a look at some levels for Ethereum real quick. Ethereum right now is up against resistance at 1,239, and we do have support coming in. Let's see where our next support is. Wow. Yeah, okay, so our next support would be right around between 1,027 and 935. Those are the two price points. So I would expect if Bitcoin goes down lower and tests the 13,000 area, 13,800, then most likely Ethereum would be around 950 down in this area. I would expect that to be the case. Ethereum also RSI 3536, pretty much a mirror of Bitcoin right now, which is totally expected. They pretty much follow each other, or Ethereum follows Bitcoin with a little bit more volatility than Bitcoin and a little bit more range, as well as a lot of these other altcoins as well. And so, that's pretty much the standard for the market at this time. So that is to be expected. Keep that in mind as you move forward and take positions in your favorite projects. So that being said, thanks friends for watching. That's it. Just a brief update. Not expecting much this week. Really looking forward to next week to see if we do have some type of a rebound or strong buying pressure to make another run for resistance. However, right now it's pretty much flat because of the FTX news and fear in the market. So that being said, take care friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time in the market.